All right, welcome back to Chesborough Fieldhouse in Elgin. Man, this place is rocking. It's packed. A crowd getting antsy. They want to get it down, and they want to check Elgin and Larkin in this boys varsity matchup. Bob Erzik alongside Joe Snydoff on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week. We hope you enjoyed the part of the Elgin-Larkin girls game. You saw it, Elgin winning it by 15. They also won the sophomore basketball game. Now they're looking to sweep it here as the Maroons take on Larkin. And Joe, this is pretty much a must-win situation for Elgin. They're coming off that tough loss to that top-notch West Aurora team last week at home. Right. And now they face a very good Larkin team, which coming into this game is 4-1 on a 4-game winning streak.
Right. You mentioned it, Bob. Must-win situation. You don't find that too often this early in the season, but you can't be 0-2 to start off this Upstate 8 conference schedule. It's a killer. You mentioned that the crowd is antsy. We're antsy. Let's get going.
It's packed the place night, and this gym is packed. And it's going to be a great ball game. Last year, the two teams split during the regular season with each team winning on its own home court. We did one of those games when Joe Elgin lost in overtime to Larkin on the road. That was a tremendous game. I imagine the atmosphere here is going to be pretty much similar to that, as well as both of the games they played.
Oh, yeah. We did the games last year, both games, down to the wire, ferocious battles, a lot of rough play underneath the boards. Physical game. You have to hit your outside jumpers. You have to be in the upper 50s in field goal percentage to pull off a W.
And Elgin coming into this game is 3-1, as Joe mentioned, 0-1 in the conference. They went 3-0 while winning the York tournament. On the other hand, this Larkin club, as we mentioned earlier, 4-1, 1-0 in the conference. Last week, they beat a pretty good East Aurora team on their own home court. As a matter of fact, they basically blew out the Tomcats. They've been looking impressive this year. Their star man is Randy Engel, averaging about 24 points a game. Joe, definitely a Division I prospect.
Oh, Randy Engel. We seen him last year. Randy, you name the shot angle, whether it's from three-point range or a reverse layup, he makes them all with ease.
He definitely does. He's got a great shooting touch out there, and he's just an excellent ball player. But this Larkin team had a lot of good success at the Bolingbrook tournament, Joe. They started off against a good Argo team and lost to them. And basically that might have been a little bit early season jitters, as a lot of these guys are kind of inexperienced. Engel has a lot of experience from starting last year, but the other guys really didn't see very much playing time. And Randy told us earlier this week it was the early season jitters that hurt him there, and since then they've won 4 in a row.
That's right. Those guys being Dave Binion, Mike Newquist, Matt, Mr. Hustle Schuler, and Sean Palmer and Mike Kramer. Finally, they got their feet a little wet, and they're where they want to be right now, in great shape. Both of these teams got all those gassers and suicides underneath their belts. They got fresh legs, so they're all ready to go.
And we talked about it a little bit earlier in our girls broadcast, how both these teams are similar to their girls style of team when you look at offensive-wise. Talk about that.
Larkin, talking to Coach Dominic Canada, he says, I think we're going to set it up this year. We have Engel down low, and you got Binion, the Intimidator. And you have a few other tall people where that you're able to kick the ball underneath and maybe work it to the outside with Hornock for an outside shot. On the other hand, Elgin, talking to Pet Syavong and a few of the boys, they says, hey, after a free throw, after an out of bounds, we are just going to run and gun. Light it up, pal. Light it up.
And that's a lot different than last year's team that went downstate, Joe. They had the guys like Strasser and company who could shoot the lights out, and they've changed their style all the way, trying to go inside instead of outside. But I tell you what, we're going to be back with the starting lineup shortly, right after this message on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week. Stay tuned.
Today is Special Nike Shoe Day. And why are these shoes so special? First, you tie them up. Mr. Robinson likes double knots for a really snug fit. Then, Mr. Robinson likes to take his special Nike shoes onto the court and kick some butt. Hit it! Can you say, kick some butt?
And there's another thing, Mikhail, the kids these days. Tetris, schmetris, all the time is Tetris they want to play. And it's not just in Russia. All over the world is Tetris, Tetris. Whatever happened to the unicycle and the ball? It's a changing world.
Welcome back to Chesborough Fieldhouse. Bob Erzik alongside Joe Snydoff, and we are just moments away from the starting lineups and the tip-off of this ball game between the Elgin Maroons and the Larkin Royals. Let's run down the starting lineups. First of all, for Elgin, the home team. At the guard, the point guard positions, number 20, Pet Sayavong. He's a 5'10", 140-pound senior. At the off-guard spot, number 22, Charles Stafford, 5'11", 170 pounds, and a senior. He was the star quarterback on that excellent Elgin football team. At the forward positions, number 24, Matt Simon, 6'1", 175 pounds. He's also a senior. Also number 33, Steve Patton, at the forward spot, 6'3", 170 pounds, and a senior. And the senior also at the forward spot, number 40, their leading scorer, coming in at 24 points. Check that, 22 points a game, 6'6", 200 pounds, and a senior, Brian Henskin. Joe, you got the Larkin starters?
Got the Larkin starters, Bob. In the backcourt, number 20, Matt Mr. Hustle Schuler. They say he likes to dive after those loose balls with abandon. And then you have the sophomore point guard, Greg Hornick, brother of Mark, who plays that right tackle position on that football team, that great Royals football team that lost to East St. Louis. Starting at the forward positions, they play the 3. Mike Newquist, solid outside shooter, sort of like Reed Nosbish from last year. Then you have the Intimidator, Dave Binion. You'll see him in the middle doing some heavy-duty damage. And then, you name the shot, Randy Engel.
Just, I guess, touching upon some of the keys in this game, Joe, I imagine one of the keys for each of this team is going to be whoever controls the tempo is going to have a much better chance of winning tonight's game.
You said control the tempo. That's Larkin's key all the way. They have to control the tempo, get a big game from Randy Engel, and then also get some big board play from David Binion. Good transition defense because Elgin likes to run, and then they have to hit their outside Jays with Hornick and Schuler.
Definitely the outside shot is going to play a big key in tonight's game as both teams getting ready. Elgin's starting lineup is just about ready to be introduced. Some of the keys, I guess, we talked about the up-tempo-ness. That's Elgin's style. Joe mentioned it a little bit earlier in our broadcast, how they've changed somewhat from last year. They had the great outside shooters. Guys like Strasser, Henderson, all those guys are gone right now. Kalina, of course. Well, this year they're pounding the ball down low, and they're pushing it up-tempo very quickly, too. Their main scorers come from down low, and Brian Hainskin and Steve Patton. But every single time, whether it's a rebound or whether it's a basket, watch for Elgin to push the ball. And coming off that loss against West Aurora, Coach Jim Harrington was talking about how, you know, he was impressed with his team, Joe. Even though they lost the game, here's West Aurora, a top 10 team in the state, and they basically stayed with them for 3.5 quarters.
Top 10, maybe even top 5. The Blackhawks are that good this year. They stayed with them for 3.5 quarters, and then like Pet Sayavong said, we just lost our heads. They were not thinking properly. You have to, in these kind of crucial games, the keys for the Maroons, up-tempo, check Randy Engel, don't let him get off. Better rebound, you have to board to run. And then solid low post defense, that's what they've been working on in practice.
And there you see Larkin on the court in their primarily blue uniforms with some red and white trim, the white letters, and there are the Maroons coming on in their predominantly white jerseys with the maroon lettering. And we're just about ready for basketball here. We talked about it. The two teams split their 2 meetings last year, with the home team winning on their respective court.
Here we
in the
go,
playoffs,
Bob.
In the regionals,
Game of the week.
Larkin lost to Elgin as Elgin went downstate. And Elgin wins it. Hengskin goes cross court, and it's knocked out of bounds by Binion. No, wait a minute. They say, hold on a second. It looked like Binion knocked it out of bounds.
Oh, there's the reversal.
One of the refs was going one way, the other the other. But from what we saw here, it definitely looked like
we'll get in sync.
The right call, which being made right
Everyone's
now. Hengskin will inbound it to Sayavong. Pet Sayavong runs the show for Elgin. Man-to-man defense from Larkin. Gets it to Patton inside Hengskin.
Oh, right around Hornick.
Pat driving.
Hope.
Here's Sayavong, three-pointer. Rim's no good. And the ball is pulled down by Randy Engel.
Super board.
Here's Binion on the right side. He swings it back out. Hornick, Schuler, now Engel. Here's a tray. No good. Coming down with that, Chris Wills. He had a good ball game last week against West Aurora, coming in, scoring 12 points off the bench. He almost lost the ball. Check that, Bob Hope almost lost it. Not the comedian, though. Here's a jumper,
nice
baseline, it's good from Wills, and it's 2-0 Elgin.
Nice fadeaway by Wills. Took his man right to the baseline, pumped it in.
It's Hornick, he's just a sophomore at the point for Larkin. Sayavong on him. Elgin.
Good denial defense. There's Schuler, open.
Inside Schuler, he's open. Missed the shot, though. And here's Sayavong pushing hard. Goes inside. Oh! Rejection by Binion. Here's Hope with it. Three-pointer Hengskin. Rim's no good. What a ball loose. And it's picked up by Hornick, who throws it out of bounds. Hornick tried to get the ball to Newquist, but it rolled out of bounds. A tremendous block.
I'll even say it.
By David Binion.
Whoa.
The intimidator down low. Almost shattered the backboard with that vicious block. Hengskin driving, throws it inside, and it's picked up by Wills for the bucket. He's got all 4 points so far for Elgin, as the Maroons lead it 4-0. Here's Newquist. It's a two-pointer. He hits the shot. He was on the line, so it's only 2 for Newquist.
Mike Newquist. Harrington very impressed with him.
Here's inside. Patton puts it in. Great pass from Sayavong as Patton was streaking and he was open.
Patton, that's his move.
Bangs it off his leg. Offensive foul as Sayavong goes down to the baseline. And Pat drew the foul on Hornick. So Elgin with the ball and a 6-2 lead early on, first quarter, 5:43 to go. Stay with us, this should be a great ball game. Not too many seats available at Chesborough Fieldhouse.
No.
As expected. Hope swings it to Wills, inside Patton, turn around, Rim's no good, and Hornick, a big point guard at 6'1", pulls down the board. He goes to transition, Engel lays it in, draws the foul from Steve Patton.
Foul.
It looked like Engel may have walked, but there was no call. He looked like he shuffled his feet, but he gets the basket and the foul.
Oh, that was a late foul right there. No need, he's already got the deuce.
So Steve Patton picks up his first foul, and Randy Engel shooting the free throws. 24-point average. Misses it, and it's loose, and it's a struggle for it. It's going to be a jump ball as Steve Patton and Mike Newquist battling for it. The possession, however, belongs to the Royals. They will get it. Foul line extended left.
A nice indication of who wanted it more. Patton came up with it. Blew the whistle. Sends it back out.
Get it into Binion. And he loses the ball. He shouldn't be handling it. Here's Hope coming the other way. Pulls up. Off the glass, no good. A little bit short, and Engel with the big board.
Oh, he's been a horse on the boards.
Hornick pushing hard.
Nice move.
Spin dribble. Hits the shot. Pretty move by Greg Hornick. He's got 2. Just a sophomore.
Spin move. Nothing but net. Pat on the J.
Here's Wills. Now Sayavong at the top of the key. Jim Harrington telling us earlier this week he's been blessed with great point guards since he's been here at Elgin. And Pat is just another one in the long line.
Flashing in and out of the lane, the big people.
Engel almost had a steal. Here's one. Binion 2-on-1 with Engel on his left. Lays it up and in. Randy Engel's got 4.
They have the numbers.
4:15 to go, first quarter, 8-6, Larkin on top. Here's Hope in the corner. Inside, Patton. Turn around, great pass to Haynes for the bucket.
Oh, they love to dish it off for those little 1-foot dinkers. Layups.
Here's a steal, it's Hope.
Nice move.
Missed the layup though. Now there's gonna be a foul. And it's gonna go against Matt Schuler.
Call it on Schuler or Engel? Schuler.
So far, Joe, it's been an up-tempo style of ball game, and that favors Elgin. However, Larkin showed it can play that type of game against a quick East Aurora team last week.
They can do it. They can do it. I don't think you want to do it against the Maroons, though.
In the paint, rims out. Patton, big offensive board, lays it up. No, but he draws the foul, and it's going to go against David Binion, the big junior.
Bob, I seen 3 blue jerseys, and then all of a sudden, I seen Pat just come down out of that middle of that pack. This guy's a leaper. A Maroon
Binion listed at
leaper.
6'3", but if he gets a haircut, he's probably 6'1". His hair jets up there as Patton hits the free throw. 3 points for him. 9-8 ball game. Elgin on top. Make it 10-8.
Oh, a dandy already, Bob.
Matt Schuler brings it up.
Guarded by Hope.
Hope falls down. Hornick swings it to Engel. Double, triple team. Binion on the baseline, and there's going to be a foul on Patton. And lucky for that, because it probably would have been a charge on Binion, as Hainskin had the good position. So Steve Patton, 2 fouls already. That's not good for Elgin.
No, not at all.
And Patton's going to check out of the ball game. Matt Simon comes in for him. Engel. Newquist finally gets it in.
Oh!
Everybody wanted to walk, and Schuler out of control, but he's going to draw the foul from Matt Simon, as the referees say that Simon put the knee in there. So Simon gets the foul. Boy, Matt Schuler caught that pass and shuffled his feet. Everybody on that Elgin bench went up and started yelling traveling.
Half the crowd went up, started yelling traveling. Then he just threw up the whirling dervish.
Here's Engel at the top. Long jumper, no good. It's short. He's been short on a couple of his shots tonight.
Giving it to Pat, trying to get some people down low. He's just going to hold on to it.
Gives it to Simon.
And Simon.
Oh, he forced up the shot, but he drew the foul on Newquist. Sean Palmer checks in for Larkin. And Newquist will take a seat on the bench.
Watch out for this Sean Palmer. Checked out some practice this week, and he's got a great outside shot from long range.
10-8 our score. 3:10 to go first quarter. Elgin's on top. Matt Simon at the line. Misses the first one.
It's his first miss all year. He was 2 for 2.
Drops him 33 points in his free throw percentage, Joe, from 100 to 67.
He can raise it right here.
He does. Back up to 75%.
There we go. I'm glad you calculated that.
11-8 our score. Just over 3 minutes to go first quarter. Matt Schuler now running the offense.
The John Paxson of the Upstate 8.
Hornick inside Binion, tapped away. Elgin coming the other way on the steal. And it's Pett with it at the top. Big size disadvantage for Elgin at that point. Here's a big steal. Larkin the other way. And now they're going to have to pull it out.
See if somebody flashes.
That was Palmer. And now again, ball loose, and then Schuler picks it up out of the scramble. He goes this way, and its shot is good from Hornick.
Nice awareness by the sophomore to go to the baseline where nobody was there.
Good idea from Pett Sayavong, but it was tapped away at the last second. So good defense there for Larkin. Checking into the game, Chris Brown with those flashy red gym shoes. We remember Chris from his excellent year with the Larkin Royals football team.
Hankskin, a rainbow.
No good. Pulled down by Schuler. He's a hustler. It's Hornick.
Almost got the 3 guards in there, Bob.
Hornick, Schuler, and Palmer.
Oh,
Side
it's
angle, and Hinskin knocked it out of bounds, or did he? Referee hasn't made a call yet.
Yep, out of bounds.
Yeah, now he does.
But a nice job of defending the post right there. Hey, it's up for grabs. Who wants it?
Double teaming him.
Oh, Pett almost tried to. Nice
And
balance.
Hornick loses the ball, but Palmer gets it. Inside angle, he's fouled. Randy Engel draws the foul.
Will's got him.
Hainskin picks up the foul. It's his second. 1:50 left to go, first quarter. It's 11-10, Elgin. Randy Engel shooting 2. And there you see Chris Brown's flashy jumpers, as he definitely was flashy on the football field this year, Joe. Big play guy.
Red Reeboks getting the rebound.
Yeah. And Engel hits the front end and ties the ball game up at 11. He's got 5 points in the early going.
He had some very explosive games against the Maroons last year, especially in our opener.
He's had a lot of explosive games. I believe he scored, what, 48 points that night? He was unbelievable. And they're going to need a good performance out of him, because the way he goes basically is the way the Royals go.
That's right.
He's their leader. It's the second one. He's got 6. Here's Sayavong. Oh! Jumper Wills, no good. And there's going to be a foul down low.
Right here.
Might be Matt Simon getting it, is it? Chris Wills took the long 3-pointer and came up short. Instead, the foul will go against Larkin. It's going to be Sean Palmer, his first. Palmer. That's the team's 5th foul at this point.
Just a matter of position, Bob. You have to get position on people. Simon Dick.
So Simon shooting a 1-and-1. Here's the front end. Hits it. Simon 2 for 3 from the charity stripe so far this evening. He's got 2 points. Steve Patton has 4, as does Chris Wills. Brian Hinskin has 2. We've got a 12-all tie. 1:43 first quarter.
Soft
Simon hits them both.
Very soft.
Larkin brings it up, trailing by just 1. It's Matt Schuler on the point right now.
Needs somebody to break.
Gets it to Brown. They swing it around the other way. 1-3-1 defense from Elgin as they've switched. Now the shot's blocked. Palmer's shot was blocked.
Nowhere.
Tipped up again. No. And Elgin's ball is loose. Sayavong bangs it off of Chris's Brown's leg. TJ Wilder just checked into the ball game, was scrambling for the loose ball, and Sayavong made a great play.
Kendrick Thomas, number 42, going to try and intercept the pass right there. TJ Wilder will take it.
And look at Kendrick. He is bouncing all over the court. Tremendous year at running back for Larkin. Inside Hainskin. He has it partially blocked, throws it up, couldn't get it down. And Engel pulls down the big board, hammered from behind, no call. Schuler up into the front court. Wilder on him inside, and trouble getting a hold of it. It's Brown. And now here's Engel. Missed the shot. He's cold from the outside. Randy is cold from the outside.
Refs are really letting them play, Bob.
Sayavong just being harassed out there by Kendrick Thomas. Here's Wills at the top.
Thomas trying to control the quarterback.
Now Wilder, man-to-man defense from Larkin. We've seen Elgin switch from the man to 1-3-1. And Elgin just playing for the last shot.
Yeah,
under
we'll see how they
15 seconds.
execute it. What kind of one? What kind of percentage
they get? It's at the 10-second point now.
Here we go. Pet's going to have to make a drive.
4 seconds. He better move it. And it's blocked.
Oh,
Chris Brown
D.
with the block. There could have been a foul there as he hit him with the body.
That's just great D.
No call. Our score after 1 quarter of play. Elgin on top of Larkin. 13-12. Stay tuned for second quarter action on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week.
And these kids. So Randy, why you do this?
The more I started hanging out with the kids, the more I enjoyed it, and it's kind of addicting.
Do you think you and Janita made a difference?
I think we're going to make the difference in the long run for these kids.
Every time when Randy come to see Summa Janine, I'd be happy because when I need help, they help me. Oh, baby, you.
Fly button?
Check. My fly's button.
Do a lot of your classmates think you're crazy?
I don't think people think we're crazy. I think that they would just prefer to do something else with their time rather than help.
Oy.
All right, we are back. Second half action right away. An early foul on Kendrick Thomas as he fouls Pet Sayavong.
What's the story? No foul? No foul. He wanted
No
to
foul?
check
What
something.
happened?
Take the necklace off.
Oh, okay. They're going to take a timeout. Kendrick's got a little gold on. They got to take off here. So 2 seconds have elapsed here early on in the second quarter. Our score, 13-12. Elgin on top of Larkin. Bob Urzik alongside Joe Snydoff on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week. And early on, as expected, we've had a great ball game, and we expect it to stay that way all the way throughout. Two good, solid teams, Joe. Unfortunately, like last year, they met in the same regional, and Elgin knocked out Larkin on their way to a trip downstate, where they lost in the first round to East St. Louis.
I don't know if Larkin wants to get in this game, though, and they're going to get one now.
There's Kendrick. He said, hey, I got a foul last time, but I really didn't, so I might as well get one now. And he did.
And if you know you're going to get a foul by number 42, it's going to be a good one. He's going to make it count. Here's another
Charles
football player.
Stafford, yeah. Charles Stafford checking into the ballgame for T.J. Wilder, number 22. And do we have to tell you about what a great year he had for Elgin? There's Charles. He had a tremendous year at quarterback for Elgin, leading them all the way into the quarterfinals.
Charles Stafford, Mr. D. And he can pass the ball.
Yep.
And he can pass the basketball.
That's what he's known for here. He was known for both his offense and defense in football, but he's just a defensive specialist on the court. Oh! And now another jump ball, this one between Newquist and Henskin, and Elgin will get it this time.
It'll go to Larkin. Patton's going to check in.
Steve Patton coming in again. It's a 2-point ball game. Elgin on top after Sayavong converted 1 or 2 of his free throws. And here's the ball thrown away. Backcourt. Going to be a backcourt violation. Charles Stafford, we talked about him. He created that turnover. And he was Mr. Turnover on that Elgin team in a positive sense. He had all those interceptions, of course, Joe. And he shows it there. Matt Schuler checking into the game for Kendrick Thomas.
Charles always clapping, always saying, let's go, come on now, let's push it a little bit.
He's a real positive guy, the type of guy you love to have on your team that always keeps your teammates up.
Just a great group of athletes on the court tonight.
Elgin controlling it. Stafford at the top of the key. Goes inside, turnaround, rimming, no good.
Binion the board.
Binion the board after that miss from Wills. Here's Engel, lays it in.
What a great stop move by 53. Just froze Matt Simon.
8 points for him. Here's a triple, it's good. Wills cans the three-pointer. He's got 7.
Nothing but nets.
So after Engel tied it, it's now a 3-point lead. 17-14 Elgin. Driving the lane, Schuler, and he draws the foul.
Block.
Check that Hornick.
Hand.
Hornick driving really strong along that baseline, and Matt Simon ended up fouling him. So for Simon, that is his second foul. And on the free throw line, Greg Hornick. We mentioned the younger brother of Mark Hornick, the big offensive and defensive lineman on that Royal team that almost made it downstate before losing to a powerful East St. Louis senior team in one of the greatest high school football games you're going to see in a while. 49-42 battle. And Hornick hits the first free throw.
Hornick very heady for a sophomore.
It's a 2-point Elgin lead. Hornick trying to cut it to 1. He does.
They're not backing away. They're not backing away. Need some cutters. Need movement.
Here's Wills. Engel guarding him. Larkin in the man-to-man.
Nice pass underneath to Simon.
Puts it up. Rims no. And a nice rebound from Binion as Wills tried to grab the board, but Binion was too strong. Larkin has a chance to take the lead. Inside Engel, double teamed, up and in.
They had him sandwiched. They had him sandwiched. It was a royal sandwich. Couldn't stop him.
10 points for Engel.
Good by Wills, a tray. Back and forth we go. 2018 Maroons.
Larkin trying to tie it back up. Engel picks up the errant pass, missed the shot, follows it up. No, but he drew the foul. He drew the foul.
Harrington yelling to box out Randy Engel.
So it's a 2-point ball game, and Engel will be at the free throw line shooting 3. Randy Engel, we talked about him. He says one of the schools he's looking at right now is Bradley University. I'm sure he's going to get much more interest than he has early on here. He's just a tremendous player. Outside and inside as he rims that one in.
Coach Harrington hollering at his players to try and keep Engel in check. You don't even want to put him on the free throw line because then he starts getting that touch, Bob.
Yeah, he's been a little cold early on.
Oh, if he warms up, he'll start scorching the net.
Tie ball game at 20. 5:40 to go. First half.
Oh, he's going to try to beat his man.
Strong drive and a great block by Binion as Stafford took it hard to the hole. And Binion rejected him, and Charles comes up clapping the hands.
Great
man, Binion is a force inside. Pat running the show. It's Binion battling Pat, and that's a great battle.
He lost
Hornick
his man
missed
there.
the steal. Pat, here's a 3. No good. And Engel with the board. Hornick, he'll slow it down. They'll set up the post offense. Schuler, Syavong on him, drives, back out Hornick. They swing it baseline, Engel driving, pull up, 10-footer, no good. Loose on the floor, it's Stafford with the rebound. Nice bounce pass. Rim no good, tipped up no, and Engel the big rebound. Wills missed the layup. Here's the other way, Binion off the glass, no good, too hard, tipped up in the air like a volleyball. And Stafford, it's going to be goaltending, yep. Stafford laid it in and Engel goaltended.
Round robin, the Royals and the Maroons.
That was a big play. That's a momentum booster, something like that. Charles Stafford, you saw his aggressiveness, took it right to the hole.
Binion shouldn't have changed his shot just because Pet set up for the charge.
Now Elgin trapping. Here's Newquist, pull up, missed the shot, but he draws the foul, and it's gonna go against Steve Patton. That's his third. They better get him out of there.
Wills was gonna walk away, and Harrington pulled his jersey, says, I'm not done yet.
And he wasn't whispering sweet nothings there. So coming into the ball game's Bob Hope. Patton checking out as expected. He's got 3 fouls, and that's going to hurt Elgin.
It is.
When he's not in there, that hurts because he's such a solid player. He's like money inside. 4:34 to go, first half, 22-20. Larkin trailing. But now they only trail by 1 as Newquist hits the free throw.
This kid's got a super touch, Mike Newquist.
Got 3 points so far. Rims out. Hainskin with the board.
Here's Pat pushing. They're going to push. Another
Wills.
one.
Short. Rebound up and in. Nice rebound from Bob Hope. He gets the bucket.
Hopped right in his hands.
Hornick being harassed by Sayavong. Now he throws it away. A little bit too high for Binion. 3-point ball game, 24-21, 4 minutes to go, first half.
You see Dominic Canada saying, Greg, hey, that's all right, pal. Ooh, thought Wills was going to put up another one.
He likes that area. Here's Hainskin. Missed it. Too hard. Gets his own rebound, but he stepped on the baseline. On the sideline, I should say. So Larkin gets the ball right back, down 3.
Not a matter of Hainskin hurrying up his shot. He's not feeling rushed. He's just shooting the ball a little too hard.
Pat, aggressive D there, but he could not get the steal. Inside.
No, this is 1-on-1 time.
Angle rims it in.
He won that war. Ooh,
he's got 14.
Pass.
2-on-1 for Elgin if they hurry. Hainskin, long jumper, no good. And the foul is going to be called on Charles Stafford.
Got maybe some words. Charlie walks away smiling and laughing, saying, hey, I know that this is a war.
Trying a little intimidation there on Matt Schuler, but Schuler, he's a gutsy ball player. It's not going to faze him. 24-23 our score. Elgin on top of Larkin.
Bob, it's very obvious these referees are letting them play.
And I think they're going to call a foul on Randy Engel off the ball there, Joe. And that's his first. I didn't see what happened, but they're going to say it was on Randy. And Hainskin and Elgin are in the bonus.
Both coaches mainly going with their starters. We haven't seen too much of the Larkin bench. A few guys here and there.
So Hainskin will shoot a couple. Leading scorer on this team. He has a high of 29 points this year.
Hainskin 70% from the stripe.
The front end, missed it. Tipped up in the air, he gets his own rebound. Lays it up and in.
Had the touch right there, off the glass. Up by 3.
Now they're going to say it's over and back. Half-court violation. 26-23, Elgin on top, they have the ball.
Wills, let's go white. That's what he said.
Charles Stafford running the show now for Elgin.
Dribble right there.
Here's Hainskin, he only has 4 points. Averaging 22, he muscles it in. He just muscled that one in, Joe.
Had a couple, he had 2 pairs of hands in his face.
This is Elgin's largest lead at 5. Hornick being harassed.
TJ Wilder. Newquist beat his man.
Newquist driving, down low angle. Puts up the shot, yeah.
Oh.
Randy Engel.
Just when you thought.
He's got 10 this quarter, 16 for the game. Slipping down there is Wilder. Great pass to Hainskin. He blew the shot. And Binion pulls down the board. Hainskin's got to hit those.
Wills just didn't tip it hard enough.
You got a guy like Binion, though, in the paint. You got to put those up in a hurry, and he may have been intimidated a little bit. Binion fighting
great
there.
Paint play.
Here's a jumper.
Shot.
No good from Hornick. Tipped up in the air, and it's pulled down finally by Hope. Hope in transition. Newquist on him, almost a steal for Hornick. Stafford, great pass down low. Wills missed the shot. Bodies flying all over the court. Down low, angle wide open, lays it in. He's been unstoppable in the second quarter. 12 points in this quarter.
Still trying to work it
inside,
down low.
great pass.
Underneath.
Wills, nice fake, he hits the shot.
Great passing by the Maroons. They're moving the ball underneath the backboard.
Wills having a great game, 12 points already. Inside Binion, having trouble.
Charlie.
Stafford on the breakout. Missed a layup. Here's the other way, Hornick. He's fouled from behind. TJ Wilder is called for the foul. Boy, great transition action back and forth. Our score 30-7, 27 I should say, Elgin.
More words.
TJ Wilder picks up his first foul, and Greg Hornick to the line to shoot two. Boy, that was a tough miss for Stafford. And you know, Joe, that could be just for the fact he hasn't been playing long since the football season just ended. He's only been practicing for about 3 weeks.
Schuler's presence stopped Charlie's concentration. That's what it was.
Hornick hits the first one.
Take it all the way to the hole.
Chris Brown checks in for Binion. And Hornick has 9 points in this first half. Looking for number 10, trying to cut the lead to just 1 point. He does. A lot of poise from that Hornick. 1:07 to go, first half, 30-29 is our score. Crowd buzzing here early on. Pet Sayavong back into the ball game.
Nice inside the Hankskin.
Turnaround. Missed it. No. Tripped up again. Still loose, and now it's pulled down by Brown.
Brown came down with it. The Reeboks.
And Palmer has checked into the game for Larkin. But Schuler runs the show. Goes inside. Brown puts it up off the glass. No, and an offensive foul. Chris Brown. He knocked Wills down to the court. Foul number 1 on Brown. There's just 38 seconds left to go in the first half, and let's see if Elgin decides to go for just one shot.
I would assume they would.
They did it to end the first quarter. Unfortunately for Maroons fans, they did not get a shot off. A good shot off, that is.
Harrington called Hankskin over and said, hey, quit forcing those shots. You see any more of that?
Kendrick Thomas checks in for Matt Schuler. Also coming in, Greg Hornick right back for Mike Newquist. There's 38 seconds left to go in the first half. Elgin has the ball and a 1-point lead at 30-29. Pet Sayavong brings it up into the front court. Kendrick Thomas on him. He's lightning quick, as is Sayavong. Being harassed, man-to-man defense from Larkin. Here's Hope with the ball. Gets it to Sayavong. They're going to wait. 15 seconds to go, first half. Elgin playing for one shot. Hainskin finally gets it to Sayavong. We're under 10.
Pat, total under control.
He's got to drive it now. Here's Hope. Puts it up. He hits the shot! Oh, what a shot!
Off the glass, and it's good!
Man, oh man, what a the shot. He double pump, hung in the air a la Michael Jordan, put it in off the glass, and what a way to end a tremendous first half of basketball.
Wow, what momentum! Going up by 4 after a tight game.
33-29 is our score at the half. After one quarter, Elgin was on top 13-12. They're up by 4 now, 33-29. Stay tuned shortly for second half action right here on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week.
It's lunchtime. You've been busy for half the day. Are you hungry? More and more people are finding out about the Brickyard's Express Buffet. You see, for only $3.25, you get soup, chili, 4 hot entrees, plus all the extras every day, Monday through Friday from 11 till 2. And if you're not hungry enough for a buffet, you'll love the charbroiled burgers and Aurelio's Pizza. Did you think the Brickyard is a great bar and lounge with games, dancing, and fun? It is. And now you know about the Express Buffet at the Brickyard in Blue Island.
Intoxicated drivers are the #1 killers of children and young adults. George Ryan has always been a leader in the fight against alcohol and substance abuse, even before it was politically popular.
I'm George Ryan, and nothing is more important than making Illinois highways the safest in the nation. As Secretary of State, I'll fight to keep drunk drivers off our highways once and for all.
For us, for Illinois, George Ryan for Secretary of State, putting the people first.
At Continental Acura, it's our New Year's celebration. We have our new 91s in stock, which includes the new Integra and NSX sports car, all with special discounts and pricing, like this new 91 Integra from just $204 per month. And we still have a few 90s in stock, all with huge year-end discounts. Plus, all our new Acuras come with our exclusive customer care program. So buy now during our New Year's celebration at Continental Acura, just west of I-355 on Ogden Avenue in Lisle. Continental, we bring you the world.
Welcome back to Chesborough Fieldhouse. It's awfully loud here, as it's going to be a great second half of action right here on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week. Our score after one half of play, 33-29 to Elgin on top of Larkin. Bob Urzik alongside Joe Snydoff. And Joe, what more can you say about that first half? It was everything we expected it to be.
Just about. I sort of feel that I think Larkin's going to have to slow this tempo down. It's playing right into the hands of the Maroons. I wouldn't want to run with these guys.
They definitely can run awfully well, and they're going to need some more scoring out of some other people. The leading scorer in this game is Larkin's Randy Engel. He's got 18 points. Point guard Greg Hornick has 8, and Mike Newquist has 3, and that's it. They haven't gotten any scoring from starter Matt Schuler at the guard spot or big Dave Binion at the forward spot, and they're going to need some points out of those guys in the second half to have any hopes of staying with this Elgin team. On the other hand, for the Maroons, their leading scorer is Chris Wills. What a tremendous game he's had. He's hit 2 3-pointers. He has 12 in the first half. 6 points for Brian Hainskin, 4 for Bob Hope, not the comedian, of course, if you're just joining us. Matt Simon has 3 and 2 points each for Pet Sayavong and Charles Stafford, as we have had an excellent first half of action. Joe, our score 33-29. These two teams, you've seen Elgin, they've been playing out there. They don't look desperate, but they know they need a win badly here tonight.
Oh, you can feel it. In terms of their going after the loose balls, boxing out, pushing the ball up the floor. The Royals going to have to sit in that half-court game, work for some better shots, try and get Dave Binion and Matt Schuler, you know, a little bit more relaxed so that they can take some J's, maybe some layups, make this a very close game. The biggest lead was 5 for Elgin, but then Randy Engel answered.
And another thing in Larkin's favor is that Steve Patton, the forward on Elgin's team, already has 3 fouls, and he's their second leading scorer at better than 16 points a game. If they can get him in foul trouble, they've got a good chance of pulling an upset right here on Elgin's home court.
Yes, they do. But with those 3 fouls, Patton can't afford to lose his aggressiveness.
Going to have to watch himself, though, because if he gets into further foul trouble, they're going to be playing right into Larkin's hands. If you just joined us, you missed part of our broadcast of the Elgin-Larkin girls game, a game in which Elgin won 60-45, and even before that game, the sophomore Elgin boys team beat Larkin 54-46. So the Maroons trying to make it a clean sweep here as they're 16 minutes away. They have a 4-point lead at 33-29 as we get ready for second half action right here on Jones Intercable TV.
And we've already seen some high emotions in the first half. Some words being exchanged. I think who keeps their poise and their cool down the stretch at the end of the fourth is going to come away with a win.
I think it's just natural. This is such a great rivalry.
Oh, sure.
Everybody in the town knows when these two teams are playing. Everybody talks about it. I mean, we've been involved with this rivalry for a good 2 to 3 years now, and I mean, it stays the same. Everybody's always fired up. Doesn't matter what the team's records are. Just in this case, though, I mean, both teams starting out great in their seasons. 4-1, Larkin going in the Bolingbrook tournament. Check that, 3-1. While Elgin won the York tournament, going 3-0. And these two teams expect to have fantastic years this season. Elgin coming into this game ranked 13th. And their only loss coming at the hands of a very powerful West Aurora team last week by 7 points. A team that went downstate last year. Of course, Elgin went downstate, but they've had a facelift this year, Joe, losing guys like Jeff Kalina, Mike Strasser, and of course Jesse Henderson. They've changed from a shooting style of offense from the outside to one that's more tailored to putting the ball down low to the likes of a Brian Hainskin and a Steve Patton, and then pushing the ball up with a quick little guard like Pet Sayavong.
And those big men, Hainskin and Patton, they can fill the lanes. They can run the court. It's a civil war. Rock half.
And the second half of that war just about ready to begin as Elgin inbounds the ball. Pet Sayavong out there, along with Chris Wills, along with Brian Hainskin. Bob Hope with the ball. Cross-court steal.
Oh,
and it fouls on Hainskin. And for Brian, that's his first.
Harrington yelling, he's not open.
So Larkin will inbound the ball, trying to cut that 4-point deficit. Elgin's largest lead of the night was at 5. Hornick on the left-handed dribble takes it over the timeline, gets it to Schuler.
Had the trap set up.
Hope on him.
More motion now.
5 guys out there for Larkin. Angle inside, throws it back out to Binion. Strong in the hole, he gets the basket.
Just as we're talking, Dave Binion is scoreless. He throws in this super control move.
Binion grabbed that basketball like it was a grape and was going to squash it. And there he pulls down another steal. 2-point ball game. Larkin has the ball. They're trailing. Hornick on the drive.
Take Pet to the
Pet
hole.
all over him. Puts it up, no good. But he draws the foul on Pet Sayavong. And for Pet, that is his first foul. We're talking about who's on the floor for Larkin. They've got Matt Schuler, Greg Hornick, along with Mike Newquist, Dave Binion, as well as Randy Engel. And right now, Greg Hornick is at the free throw line, shooting 2 in an attempt to tie this ball game up. 33-31. Good.
Great crowd on hand.
Not too many seats available here tonight. The fans flock to see good basketball in Elgin. We got a tie ball game.
Maybe a row or two, Bob. That's about it.
7 minutes to go, third quarter. 3-pointer, no good. Big rebound, no good again. Patton with the follow, he lays it in.
Boy, did they attack the glass on that board.
He's got 6 points.
Oh, let's see what we're going to call. Block.
They're going to call the block, although Hornick used the elbow just a tad bit. But they're going to give it to Charles, as you see Charles using the elbow a little bit, saying, hey, he put the elbow down. But Stafford gets the foul. That's his first.
Pet saying, slow down, be cool.
That's the team's third foul. Here's the trap.
Steal.
Stafford with it.
Stafford's got to look up.
Hainskin off the window. And it's loose. And it's out of bounds. Elgin gets it back. Newquist trying to save it, couldn't do it. So Elgin has the ball and a 2-point lead. Foul line extended left.
Hainskin tried to use the glass. He knows it the best.
They get it into Patton. Goes up strong. Hits the shot. Patton's got 8 points.
Ooh,
Hornick still trying to get it over the timeline. Double teamed. Finally does. And Newquist has it. Elgin's press giving Larkin a little bit of trouble.
By Charlie.
Created a turnover last time. Here's a three. No good. And Wills falls all over him. Here's Elgin on a 3-on-2 break. Sayavong back out Stafford. Wide open. Pull up. Jay. No. Rebound. Wills follows it in. That's his first 2 of the half. Angle all alone. Lays it in.
But that's what they wanted to do. They try and play those passing lanes, overplay them, try and come up with a steal. Sometimes you get burnt.
Engel's got 20. It was a 6-point Elgin lead, down to 4. Kicks. Randy Engel put the leg out, an intentional kick called. So Elgin will maintain control. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 39-35, Elgin the lead and the ball. Sayavong with Hornick on him. Stafford. Schuler.
Nice pass in Hainskin.
Hainskin, no good. Tipped up, it's going to be an over-the-back violation on Chris Wills, who is climbing the back of the Royals, and Wills picks up his first foul. Team foul number 4. And Larkin still doesn't have a foul in this half. Newquist inbounds it. Elgin trapping. Ooh, they get it over.
Pet got the hands up a little late.
Schuler almost dragged the plate over. Played it again. Engel. Got it. Hainskin having his problems down there with Engel.
He overplayed it.
Timeout Elgin. Obviously, Jim Harrington didn't like the defense, and he has a few words for Hainskin, along with Steve Patton. 39-37 our score. Elgin's lead's been cut to 2 points. And Larkin has shown some poise. They were down a few points at the half, but they didn't come out worried. They were down by 4. They've been poised in their offense. They've been getting the ball inside to Engel. And Binion has started to assert himself a little bit, although he's only scored 2 points.
You mentioned, Bob, getting the ball inside to Engel. You had Hainskin overplaying a couple times, and that resulted in 2 easy baskets. You might want to just check him a little bit and get that hand in the face and make him take that tough J. It's a tough shot when you're only about 4 feet away from the basket on the sideline. It has to go right in. No bounces.
And Steve Patton, Joe, you talked about a little bit that you said Patton can't lose his aggressiveness, and he's come out in his second half very aggressive. He scored 4 points in that first half when he was plagued with that foul trouble. He was strapped to the bench, and he scored 4 points already here in the first 3 minutes. So he said, hey, I've got 3 fouls, but I got to play my game, and he's doing it.
Definitely. And his game is around the glass, throwing in the layups, or hitting the short jumper.
He's so tough inside.
Right away, here we go.
Pet has the ball. Larkin been playing strictly man-to-man all night long.
Pet's going to have to penetrate. We haven't seen him penetrate the lane the whole game. Got tall timber down there, Pet.
Ooh, inside, and it goes off. No, it looked like Hainskin touched it last. And a few boos went up, but Larkin, check that, Elgin will get the ball.
Double twos. Charlie Stafford likes to skip that pass underneath.
Pet has it at the top. Now Hainskin, double team, pull up, hits the shot.
Oh, nothing but net. It's still hanging on the rim.
Brian's got 8 points. Double team, they get it over. Here's 3-on-2 the other way. Engel strong, hits the shot. Randy Engel. He's got 24.
Can he play?
Yeah. 41-39. 4:10 left to go, third quarter. Here's Wills driving baseline, puts it up, rejected, and a blocking foul. There could have been a goaltend there too, but no goaltend call.
No,
they say they got it on the way up. It was close. Engel gets the foul. That's number 2 on him, and Chris Wills will shoot a couple.
What a battle between Hainskin and Engel.
Wills an excellent free throw shooter. He's hit all 7 of his tries this year. First one coming. Yep. Solid from the free throw line. He's got 15 points. He has definitely been a shot in the arm for the Maroons tonight.
Hit it right on the head, Bob.
Hits that one. He's perfect this year. 9 for 9. 4-point Elgin lead.
Oh,
Now Newquist loses it. And now over to the back. Over and back the call on Chris Wills. That was awfully close. And Harrington off the bench going, what the heck was the call? Oh, it was tough to see from our vantage point, Joe.
Here we go. They're going right away. Pet's looking to the bench.
Yep. The Elgin fans right there, so we could not see the foot movement of Wills.
They don't overplay that time.
Double on angle. He still hits it
anyway.
Double teamed, goes over it and cans the shot. Incredible. 26 for Randy Engel. 2-point lead, 43-41. Pat inside. Offensive foul on
moving with
Patton. That's number 4. He's going to the bench. Man, tough break for Steve Patton and Elgin.
That's the way it appeared.
15 foul on Elgin. They're getting into foul trouble.
They're going to try and save double threes for quarter number 4.
And Matt Simon checks in for Patton. Big loss there for Elgin. 4th foul. And he's going to be sitting for a while. They want him there at crunch time later on in this game.
Double team on Engel. Oh, a little shoulder by Newquist.
No good. Oh, and there's going to call a foul.
That one now.
Should have been Binion, but they call it on Newquist. So Mike Newquist picks up number 2. As people were getting hammered in the paint, the referees have been letting him play tonight. 2nd team foul on Larkin.
But as we see this game at 43-41 Elgin, Coach Kanata has to be happy where his club is right now. They're on enemy territory, down by a deuce. Randy Engel's been the whole show. He needs some more production from some of these other players. And
although Larkin is really stuck with its starting 5 for most of this game, that's going to see if that's a factor later on. It's early on in the season, and these guys basically probably don't have their legs just yet. Tipped out of bounds off Binion, I think. Yeah, looked like Binion got his big hand on it. Now here comes a substitution. Palmer coming into the game for Randy Engel.
Boy, on that play right there, I don't think the one coach had a good viewpoint to who it went out on. All the Larkin assistant coaches are yelling. Coach Kanata just sits there like a cool customer.
Charles Stafford has it. Inside Hainskin. Wills hits a big shot.
How much time did he have to get off that shot?
He got it off in a hurry. 4-point lead, 45-41 Elgin. Palmer checked into the game for Newquist, not Engel. Engel's open. He's fouled.
Boy.
It's going to go against Wills. For Chris Wills, that is foul number 2 on him. And Randy Engel gets hammered.
What is it with Randy Engel? Is it his strength or his power or his positioning? Or he just keeps getting quality shot after quality shot?
He's got great court savvy out there. He always knows where he's at in conjunction with the basket. And he always gets a good shot to turn around or whatever it is, whether he's got to wiggle his way down there between a couple of guys. He's always there for a good shot, and he's got a 1-on-1 situation here. Beautifully put. And he hits that one. Randy Engel has got 9 points in this quarter, 27 on the game, and he's on his way toward that similar 47 or 48 he put up in their opener last year. Second one's also good.
And the kid doesn't even get a breather.
2.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Elgin the ball and a 2-point 45-43 lead. Here's Simon. Inside, missed the shot is Hainskin. Oh, Hainskin had a freebie and he blew it. Here's Palmer the other way, offensive foul, no basket. And that was questionable.
Yeah, I don't know. Pat sort of had the arms crossed.
Well, either way, Sean Palmer gets the foul. That's his 2nd. 3rd team foul on Larkin.
Man, this Pet Saivong, there are some characters on this court. Pet's like, let's go, give me the ball already.
Gutsy player, wants the ball.
They got some picks being set up.
Stafford with it. Swinging it the other way now. Pet. They kick it trying to go inside. Can't do it. Spinning now. Tipped away. And now they're going to call a foul. And I believe it's going to go against Matt Schuler, maybe, on the reach-in. Yep. Yeah, Matt Schuler on the foul.
Must have touched somebody from behind.
It's number 2 on Schuler, team's 4th.
Is he out of bounds?
Elgin, the inbound, tapped, and Henskin controls it. Tapped. Pet in the corner. Fighting through screens is Hornick. Henskin. Sayavong in trouble. Now Stafford has it. Oh, he almost, I think he got away with a walk there. Almost a steal for Binion. Henskin pull up. Yeah.
Big shot. Big shot. Big confidence builder for Brian Henskin.
He's got 10, and it's a 4-point Elgin lead. 115.
He tried to bite on it.
Oh, he threw it away.
Wills.
And ball still loose.
Oh, what a play by Binion. He just tapped it behind his back.
Angle hits the shot.
Binion, the Intimidator, just gave it a little swat.
30 points for Randy Angle. He's got 2/3 of Larkin's production. 47-45. Wills rims though. And it's pulled down by Palmer. Larkin has a chance to tie. We're under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. They swing at Schuler. Inside Binion. Couldn't hold it.
He's got it.
Here's Wills the other way. Simon missed the shot. And there's going to be a foul on Larkin, as Matt Simon took a crunching fall to the floor.
Wasn't the most graceful move to the hoop, but
they'll never.
The thing he did right was he took it to the hole. I'm a firm believer in that, Bob.
Yep, they'll never mistake him for Magic Johnson, but he did get it in there, and he drew the foul. The foul going against Binion. That's his 2nd.
Hey, forget the pull-up when you can drive it right to the basket. Maybe draw the foul. He did.
Simon so far this evening has got 3 points. All of those coming from the free throw line. He's 3 for 4. 5 of 6 on the year. Hits that one.
Got a very soft touch.
It's a 3-point Elgin lead with 38 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Great game as expected. Count the 2nd one.
Simon says 49-45 us.
And TJ Wilder checks in for Simon after Simon canned the 2nd free throw. Half a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Let's see if Larkin goes for 1. No shot clock, of course, in high school basketball. Newquist. They're playing catch. Chris Brown is checked in. Now steal. Stafford on the steal. He's going strong to the hole. Lays it in.
He paid him back. That was Charlie's payback. That was Charlie's payback.
He's got 4 points. It's a 6-point lead. 3. No good. Rebound. No. A big ending to the 3rd quarter. Stafford on the steal, goes coast to coast for the bucket. And our score after 3 quarters of play, Elgin on top of Larkin, 51-45. We've got at least 8 more minutes of basketball left. Stay tuned. It's all next on Jones Intercable Television.
And these kids. So Randy, why you do this?
The more I started hanging out with the kids, the more I enjoyed it, and it's kind of addicting.
Do you think you and Janita made a difference?
I think we're going to make the difference in the long run for these kids.
Every time when Randy come to see Summa Janine, I'd be happy because when I need help, they help me. Oh, baby, you.
Fly button?
Check. My fly's button.
Do a lot of your classmates think you're crazy?
I don't think people think we're crazy. I think that they would just prefer to do something else with their time rather than help.
Welcome back to Chesborough Fieldhouse. We've got a dandy here. 51-45 is our score. After 3 quarters of play, Elgin on top of Larkin. Bob Erzik alongside Joe Snydoff. And that was an excellent quarter of basketball action. As Larkin will inbound it.
Pet right on Hornick.
And now a foul on Pet Sayavong. And for Pet, we've got him down for 2 fouls. In the story right now, Randy Engel has 30 points. He scored 12 in that quarter alone. He actually scored 12 of the 16 points that Larkin put up.
They had the trap play on right there. TJ Wilder is supposed to get to that spot a little quicker than he did. Harrington's explaining that to him right now.
And Hornick is at the line. They're in the bonus 1-1. 17 fouls for Elgin. Hits the free throw. Hornick's got 11 points, and he's a perfect 7 for 7 from the line. Great fundamentals. It's the next one. Now a 4-point ball game, 51-47, Elgin on top. Just starting the 4th quarter of play. Strap in, this should be an excellent one. Here's Hope. Cross court, Pat fakes, pull up, 15-footer, rims, no, tip. 3 Elgin players down there, and Henskin plays it smart and bangs it off the leg of Newquist. And Randy Engel thought he was on the baseline.
But what did that show right there? 3 Maroons on the basketball.
They're just flying to the glass. Oh,
wow.
Great pass.
Oh,
Henskin blew another easy one. But whenever you have Binion down there, it's never easy.
Oh,
and
boy.
Engel makes it look easy.
Ate him up on that one. Ate him up.
32 on that one. Larkin has cut it to 2. Tapped away. Nice defense from Mike Newquist.
They're stepping in those
playing the passing lane. He knocked it out of bounds. And look at this, Steve Patton getting ready to check into the ball game. He's 1 foul away, I should say, of watching the rest of this one.
Talking to Mike Newquist earlier in the week, he says that the main objective for Larkin is to work for better shots every time down the court. You can see that they do that really well.
Here on the inside, Patton missed the shot, rebound and in! Brian Henskin, great job of picking up the rebound and putting it in. Brian's starting to put those points on. He's got 12 so far. His average, remember, is 22.
Who has the better D? That's where it's going to come down to.
Inside, strong drive, Newquist. Missed the gimme, though. Follow up and in! Sean Palmer, nice job, gets the basket. He's on the scoreboard.
Wills couldn't bring it down.
53-51, Elgin holding on to that 2-point lead. The ball's loose. Chris Brown with the steal.
Dribbles.
Here's Palmer. He doesn't have the numbers. He'll pull it up. Hornick on top. Stafford on him. Inside.
Oh, we might have a push.
It's going to be a foul on Elgin as they went down low to Engel. They're bread and butter. And let's see who gets the call. No, they're going to call an offensive foul on Randy Engel.
I sort of thought that was
Jim
what
Harrington
they were
was
calling.
off the bench screaming and yelling like it was against Elgin. But he'll take it. Randy Engel gets the offensive foul. Number 3 on him.
Coach Harrington loves to call his guards together on situations like this. Pulled Charlie Stafford and Pet Sayavong to the side, saying, hey, this is what we're going to do the rest of the time. Going to work it down low.
Henskin will have the 1-and-1. He's got 12 points. Make it 13. Brian Henskin saw some playing time last year on that Elgin team that went downstate. But he has stepped to the forefront as the leading man of this year's Maroons team. He's done a great job early on this season. Second one. Rims no. And a big rebound for Randy Engel. It's a 3-point ball game now, 54-51. Larkin
Watch him kick
trailing
it in again.
inside Engel. And now the foul goes against Sayavong. His third. So Engel will go and have a 1-and-1.
I was trying to find out what they were exactly doing on that play, and what they do is they just throw it as high as they can. They have total confidence Engel's going to come down with it and score.
And actually, Hainskin has an inch on Engel at 6'6" compared to 6'5", but Randy can get up there, as can Brian. You mentioned it, Joe. The difference is the confidence factor. And Engel hits the first one. So Randy, 33 points and counting. 2-point ball game, trying to cut it down to 1, 54-52. Yep.
Spins it through. Great rotation on the basketball.
He's 6 for 7 from the line tonight. 1-point ball game. 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter. We emphasize fourth quarter because this one may go to overtime. Wouldn't be a surprise.
Whoa, he overplayed. You see how they're overplaying one another? It's the only way to beat each other, Bob.
Here's a three. No good. Big rebound, Patton. Turnaround. He has it blocked, but he draws the foul. And that's going to go, I believe, against Sean Palmer, I think, as David Binion checks into the game. Instead, Chris Brown gets the call as he takes a seat.
Bob, both big men are overplaying one another. That's the only way they're going to stop each other. You just seen Engel flash into the passing lane. He couldn't get right there to stop the pass from going to Hankskin. Then he dished it off the Penn for the three, missed it. Now Patton gets the ball, and he's fouled.
It's the shot. Steve Patton, another very solid player, very headsy, great poise out there. Just an excellent player to have on the team. 9 points tonight. 4 fouls, however. He's got to watch himself. One more, he's gone. Second one. Count it.
And he comes off the bench cold, and he cans the free throws. That's what's so amazing, Bob.
3-point Elgin lead. 5:43 to go in the fourth.
So you got to put the clamps down if you want to come away with a home.
Strong to the hole, but he draws the foul. It's going to go against Chris Wills. That's number 3 on him, team foul. Number 8. And Newquist took some charge right there and took it into the paint and drew the foul. So far tonight, Mike has just 3 points. Wants to get some here.
I think Harrington was a little upset about that foul. Didn't look like it was that hard. I mean, they're pushing and shoving each other all evening long, and then you get a little tiny little slap.
Newquist buries the first. 2-point ball game. It's been like this the whole second half. Misses the second one. Big rebound, Engel. They say he pushed off. Randy Engel picks up his 4th foul. Big play there.
J. Only a don't count. Wow.
Number 4 on Randy with 5:35 left.
I was watching that battle right there real closely, too. I wanted to see how it went. Hankskin and Engel. And it seemed like the ball just bounced off the rim.
It looked clean to me,
right
Joe.
To Engel. Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Obviously, both teams in the bonus. Here's the first free throw. It's good.
Bob, do you think this gym is a little warm just because they're pumping a lot of heat in here, or is it just because these two squads are on fire tonight?
That's part of it, and plus everyone's yelling and screaming. A lot of hot air in the place, but second free throw's missed. Oh, we got some great fans in Elgin on both sides. They have come out
definitely
in
great
droves
fans
tonight to support their respective teams. 57-54. Newquist inside Binion, puts it on the deck, up, no good, and a big rebound for Brian Hankskin.
The rim.
Oh, that was a power move.
It was.
By Binion. He just couldn't get it to go down.
Nope.
Man-to-man D.
Here.
Good battle between Binion. Oh, ball loose. Henskin almost lost it. Turn around. Hits the shot.
Man-to-man here. Man-to-man. Now it's just pick time.
Oh, now they're trapping. 16 points for Henskin.
Oh, what a
great move by Binion. Gets the bucket.
He froze Pet.
Man, was that a pretty move. That's like one of those moves that you go, man, that was so great. Did he travel on that? No way.
No way.
Kept the pivot foot.
That was instinct.
Lightning quick. 3-point game, 59-56 for Binion. That is only his 4th point.
That was the brain and the feet going down baseline street, one way.
Stafford posting up down low on Palmer. Didn't get him the ball. Long jumper, no good. And Binion, great play. Throws the ball off of Stafford, who was laying down on the court, and it went out of bounds. Binion saved the ball for Larkin. Tremendous. Matt Simon into the ball game now.
There they go, down low. Oh, it's there all day.
Angle. He's got it.
Oh, I've seen all the picks. You've seen all the picks coming.
Joe, that's only his 6th point of the quarter. We say only after he scored 12 in the second. He's got 36. Timeout, Elgin.
We're going to have to work on that.
59-58. 3 minutes and 37 seconds left. Both teams are in the bonus. We've just had a tremendous ball game.
Unbelievable. With Randy Engel hitting that last shot, it was like about 3 or 4 picks set underneath there where players had their heads turned the wrong way. Engel had it. Nobody even defensed him, Bob. It was just a layup.
Joe, you know what surprises me? I was so shocked this week when we talked to Randy, and he mentioned that right now he's just considering Bradley, that the interest hasn't been as great as, it could be. He's a tremendous ball player. You would think that scouts would be, I should say recruiters from Division I schools would be ringing his doorbell day and night.
He's that, like you said, court savvy. And you can't teach that. You can't say, hey, when you do the turnaround jumper, this is how you do it. No, you got to have that in your blood. Randy Engel does.
He's got 36 points tonight. The second leading scorer for Larkin is the point guard, Greg Hornick. He's got 12. Then from there, it drops off significantly. David Binion's got 4. As we mentioned, Hornick has 12. Sean Palmer off the bench has 2. Mike Newquist, kind of quiet tonight, has 4. And Elgin has the ball and a 1-point lead at 59-58 with 3.5 minutes to go in the 4th.
They need a basket here.
Henskin,
nice he faked him up the one time and he rolled in. Oh my! He faked Engel. He faked Engel.
Big roll there for Henskin and Elgin. Here's the trap. Henskin's got 8 points in this quarter. He has risen to the occasion.
What a play!
Henskin.
Henskin is taking over.
So Elgin, now with a 3-point lead, they have the ball.
They need to go up 5 if you want to get a win here.
Henskin fighting through screens.
Critical.
Elgin will take its time. They can afford it. They've got a 3-point lead. Pat trying to drive the paint, being harassed by Hornick. Inside, Patton double teamed. Here's an open jumper, no good from Wills. And it's pulled down by Newquist. They got a good shot, but
it was a good shot.
Wills could not bag it.
Another inch the other way and it would have been a deuce.
Palmer double teamed, and now the foul, I think, on Pat, and that is number 4.
I don't know.
They say grabbed him. 2:27 to go, and Sean Palmer will shoot a couple. (61-58).
Nail it.
Palmer hitting the big free throw. That's his 3rd point. And Joe, we're seeing in effect that new rule in high school basketball that anytime the team gets over 17 fouls and a half, it's automatic 2 shots.
Right.
And each team already has gotten past that point in this half. And Palmer, as cool as a cucumber, buries both free throws. And again, it's a 1-point Elgin lead, 61-60, with just under 2.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter.
Here we go. Nail biters.
Inside, Patton, and the ball stripped away. Big play by the sophomore Hornick. Now Newquist, inside angle on Patton, pulls up, hits the shot.
Oh my!
And the foul, Steve Patton's out of the game.
Pure elevation.
Oh, what a big play that was. Steve Patton has fouled out. Man, oh man, 2:09 to go in the ball game, and Patton has fouled out. That was a money play. Larkin has taken the lead for the first time this half. And guess who got it for him? Randy Engel.
He gets up so high on the jumper.
That is point number 38 on the night for Randy Engel. Looking for 39 and a 2-point Larkin lead. What a tremendous ball game.
Boy, when Randy goes up, you think his brain is swishing around? No way, it's perfectly steady.
And how many times do you think he's practiced those shots down low? Probably a million times, and he looks like it. Hits the free throw. Man, he's been incredible. 2-point Larkin lead. We're at the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Sayavong on the dribble. Elgin finding itself trailing for the first time this half. Hainskin inside, tipped away, looked like Binion touched it. What's the call?
What's the call?
They're going to give it to Larkin. It looked like Binion may have gotten a hand on it, but Larkin gets the ball, and Jim Harrington doesn't like it. Elgin's going to press. Charles Stafford along with T.J. Wilder into the game. Couple of quick guards. Checking out Bob Hope along with Chris Wills.
Going to try and force the issue here.
Oh, here's a steal, but there's a foul. I believe Charlie Stafford's going to get whistled for it.
Hankskin calling for the crowd to get up.
The foul, as we mentioned, against Stafford, number 2 on him. 1:49 to go. We've got a timeout on the court. Or no, we don't. We had one briefly.
And I was saying, what's this? This ain't no timeout. Let's go. Let's play basketball.
We mentioned the rule. Mike Newquist at the free throw line. Larkin needs these in a big way. On the court for Larkin, Hornick, Engel, Newquist, Binion, and Schuler for the Maroons. Hainskin.
Right through. Oh, these Royals, they're good free throw shooters, Bob.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For the Maroons on the court, Hainskin, Simon, Newquist hits both free throws.
Plenty of time. Got to keep your cool, Bob.
Hope also out there with Sayavong, along with Wills. Oh,
we got a foul.
Hornick. He's got to stay away from that. The sophomore making a sophomoric mistake in fouling him. He was playing aggressive defense, but a little bit too aggressive. And in fact, what that does, Joe, is stop the clock, and it gives Pet Sayavong 2 free throws.
Gives Pet Sayavong 2 free throws, but he's 38%, Bob. He's only 5 for 13.
I guess if you're going to foul a guy, he's probably one of the right ones, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Also out there, Charlie Stafford's only shooting 25%. So if they have to foul, look for that.
Pet's going to have to can some of these throws here.
That was the 3rd foul on Hornick, and Pet will get 2 shots. Misses it. That hurts. Pett's got 2 points tonight, both from the free throw line. Missed the second one, and Engel has the rebound. It's a 4-point Larkin lead. They've got the ball, and now they basically have to foul. Some of the fans getting up and putting their coats on, but by no means is this one over yet. Here's Binion. Oh, they're going to call the foul on Simon. I thought Binion was going to go to the hole and put that shot up. If you're a Larkin fan, you have to be nervous. Got a 4-point lead. The clock is your buddy right now. 1:23 left.
Like they shoved the ball in Binion's belly, and he almost took a walk with that.
And Binion will shoot 2. Larkin has done a great job of hitting their free throws tonight.
We'll see how Binion
as has
it.
Elgin for the most part.
What happened?
Possibly a warning maybe on Simon down there as the referee blew the whistle. Simon may have been muttering under his breath a little bit about that last foul. But Binion gets 2 shots. Here's the front end. Nope.
Nope.
He's got 4 points tonight.
They got a box out here. Simon and Hangskin on Newquist and Schuler.
Missed the second as well. Hangskin with the big board. Elgin needs a quick bucket. Sayavong. They set it up. Here's a 3. Bills. No good. Big rebound for Binion. He better slow it down. He loses the ball, but he gets fouled. A big break for Larkin. The foul goes against Bob Hope. Whoa, man, Binion was out of control.
And Wills fired
I thought he was going to lose the ball. He did, but they got lucky. He drew the foul. Lucky that is if you're a Royals fan. Elgin's fans obviously thought that was a clean sweep.
What a bomb by Wills. Almost fell. Hit the front of the rim, not enough.
Go for 3. I guess they found the guy who to foul. Binion, the last 10 seconds, has missed 3 straight free throws. He gets a friendly pat on the butt from Randy Engel saying, come on, buddy.
Hey, just relax.
We need this shot.
Just relax, buddy.
Crowd is screaming. He hits it. Big shot.
Plenty of time still. You need a hoop here, though. It's crucial. Here's a hoop.
Here's a 3. Hope. Rims no. Tipped up no. Still up in the air. And Sayavong comes out of the crowd with it. He's being double teamed. Cross court. It's saved. Rimming. No. Tipped up again. No. And now a foul. I believe on Elgin. Man, Elgin could not get that ball to drop in the hole. There was like a lid on that basket. It's going to go against Larkin, though.
There was a lid. It was just hanging on the back of that rim right there. Couple trays by Hope, and it just wouldn't fall.
Newquist gets the foul. It's his second. 5-point lead, 43 seconds to go. And I believe a timeout has been called. What a ball game. Boy, oh boy, they kept getting the rebounds, and the ball just would not drop for Elgin.
No. Elgin fired the trays. You have to fire up some bombs, Bob. It's a given. 43 seconds left. 50 seconds, you're down by 5. Sooner or later, you're going to need one.
And Matt Simon did a nice job of saving that ball down low, but it was to no avail, really. I mean, they could not get the basket. However, they got the foul on Newquist, so they'll shoot a couple free throws. But what a tremendous ball game here. Elgin is in danger of dropping to 3-2 overall, but more important, 0-2 in the conference. You're down 2 games early like that, you got a long uphill battle with the likes of West Aurora and, of course, the solid Larkin team in front of you.
Yeah, of course. But more important, those 2 losses come at home. You have to hit the road for the remainder of your schedule. That's that.
I mean, it's great to open up at home, but when you got to open up with 2 super tough teams like Larkin and West Aurora, that's nothing to be envious about.
No, it's not, but still, you have to defend that home court.
Yep. And Brian Hainskin is going to have a couple of free throw attempts. He's 71% on the year. He's had himself a pretty good ball game here tonight. 18 points, it's underneath his average. But there's still 43 seconds left of damage that Elgin can do. They've got to get back into it down by 5.
Yep.
All net.
Well, here's the situation for the Maroons, ladies and gentlemen. Can and box. Can and box.
4-point ball game. Second one coming. Count it.
Ball right away. You got to ball right away.
Newquist. Stafford fouls him. Stafford fouls him. There'll be 2 free throws for Newquist. 38 seconds left. For Charles, that's number 3.
Charlie's going to have to get to that spot and stay there if he's going to try and draw that offensive foul. It's not going to work with him just shadowing somebody on the sidelines there.
And if you just joined us, Elgin has already lost their second leading scorer in Steve Patton, who fouled out with 2:09 left to go in the game.
Boxing out right here.
Newquist. He's got ice water in his veins.
He does. Answering the call for the Royals.
Second one. Good.
That one also goes. Down
back up to a 5-point game. They need a 3 right here. Can't mess around. There it is. Wills. Yeah! Oh, my! Chris Wills buries the 3-pointer. And it's a 2-point game. Timeout on the floor.
Bobby came up short just a little while ago. This one was far from short as Wills hit nothing but the back of the rim, and it fell right through.
19 points tonight for Chris Wills. He is having a tremendous game. Last week he had 12 off the bench against West Aurora. Thought that was good. Tonight he's been fantastic.
What a gutty effort by both squads. No one's saying die.
This is obviously a career night for Chris Wills. Last week was his best game on the varsity. This one is even better. But his team, the Maroons, still down by 2 with 29 seconds to go in this game. Or maybe we might have overtime. 2-point contest, we shall see. This last minute's taking about 20 minutes to play, but he wouldn't have it any other way.
No,
excellent game.
Not at all. And the way it's been going, I expect to be here a little longer.
Maybe a lot longer if we go overtime. But who cares? This is what high school basketball is all about.
I've got the sleeping bag in the trunk. Let's go.
Break out the cot. Here's the press. Hornick trying to get it over. They better get it over. They finally do. Binion, he's fouled.
Oh, they got him.
Hainskin with the foul.
They wanted at the line, though.
Number 2 on Hainskin, and Binion, the man who has struggled. That is the man who they want at the line. Just 1 for 4 in this 4th quarter at the line.
I'd want Hainskin to somehow, or not Hainskin, that's the last guy you want talking in your ear. Randy saying, hey, remember that last one you hit? Same thing, pal. Same thing.
Binion, the junior. 6'3", 195. He's got a heavy weight on his shoulders. Looking to shoot the silencer. Missed it. Just hit off the back iron. Here comes the next one. Buries that one.
That was a big one. Still got a chance to go for 2.
A 3 will tie it.
Go for 2. Oh, they left Hope wide open.
Wills.
They're all
Hainskin, 3.
Oh!
Good. Tipped up. Still up in the air. And it's out of bounds. Elgin has the ball. 4 seconds left.
Gasp.
Henskin just missed the three-pointer. It looks so familiar to last year when Kalina drained that three-pointer at the buzzer to send it into overtime at Larkin.
Oh, Bob, and I remember what I yelled. Kalina canned it. Kalina canned it.
You wanted to yell, Henskin canned it, didn't you?
Henskin hit it.
3 seconds left. Elgin on his home court is down, but they do have the ball. They will be looking for the tray and the tie. Look for Henskin to possibly shoot it. He is their leading three-point shooter.
Hope or Wills.
Coming into this game, 5 of 9, Joe, from three-point country. 56%. He's missed a few tonight.
If I'm Dominic Canada, I'm putting 2 guys on Henskin and probably 2 guys on Wills.
You let him have the two-pointer.
Oh, sure.
You got to keep guys around that three-point arc, and you know they will.
So it's hope. It might be hope for one last hope.
Very good. Very nicely put. 69-66.
Here we go.
4 seconds to go. Everyone, I mean everyone, is on their feet, including us.
Henskin inbound.
Henskin will inbound and look for possibly a quick pass right back to him in the corner. But we shall see.
Civil War time.
It's intercepted. Binion on the breakout. Ducks it. The ball game's over. David Binion put an exclamation point on this big victory. And I don't know if that counted. It's still 69-66. If you're a Larkin fan, it does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, the basket did not count, but it doesn't matter is right. Larkin has upset Elgin on its home court. The 13th ranked Maroons go down 69-66. Man, we have had a tremendous ball game tonight, and that avoids the sweep this evening, Joe, as Elgin's girls varsity and Elgin's sophomore team won the earlier matchups, but probably the one that maybe mattered most amongst this crowd here tonight. 69-66, Larkin goes home with a sweet victory.
Whoa. What I think, I'm not sure though, but what I think Harrington might have been doing on that play was they might have had 2 guys on Hope, 2 guys on Wills, and decided, hey, let's just throw it into Pet. See if he can pop it from 3. He's a senior. He knows what's going down. So they tried going to Pet Sayavong. Henskin inbounded the basketball, and it was intercepted. Binion came down the court, streaking the Intimidator, and he slammed it.
What an exclamation point on this game, Joe, I tell you. The crowd is just all over the court. A tremendous ball game. What more can you ask for? You expected it with Elgin and Larkin every single time these two teams get together. Doesn't matter with the records. Tremendous rivalry again. 69-66, our final. What more can you say about Randy Engel? Engel just had himself a tremendous game. Brian Hankson was super tough in the second half. But Larkin, they were down after the second quarter. Third quarter came back super strong, showed some great poise in that fourth quarter, and man, they pulled it out. 69-66.
Bob, I'm drained.
Aren't we all? I bet Randy Engel is too. I'm trying to total up his points right now. He had 30 going into the fourth quarter, and then in that fourth quarter he scored 9 points. He ends up with 39. Incredible. David Binion, he hit a couple of big free throws in that fourth quarter, right down at the wire over there. He finishes with 6 points. 4 points for Greg Hornick, 4 for Sean Palmer off the bench, 8 points for Mike Newquist. He bagged 4 big free throws as well. As we look down for Brian Henskin, he had 6 points at the half, came alive big in that fourth quarter. He had 4 more in the third. That gave him 10. He scored 10. Check that, he scored, 10 points in that fourth quarter when Elgin definitely needed him, but it wasn't enough. 69-66, Joe.
Unbelievable ball game. Bob, obviously obviously the Maroons are going to have to dig deeper. They're going to have to try and find themselves. Okay, we have a couple losses here against some quality opponents, but we're just going to have to just keep running, and keep running.
And they did that tonight, but obviously they didn't have enough legs as Larkin showed great poise. In the beginning, it was an up-tempo game. They showed they can play an up-tempo game. Although they were trailing, it wasn't by much. And that was at Elgin's game. The up-tempo style started slowing it down, going in heavily down low to Engel. Guys like Newquist, people like that, Binion, of course. And it paid off. They showed the poise, and they come out with a tremendously big 69-66 victory. Just running down to see how Elgin did scoring-wise. We mentioned Hingskin. He was the leader with 20 points. Chris Wills, the game of his life tonight. Whoa. What a game. 19 points. He canned 2 3-pointers. 10 points for Steve Patton, who fouled out with 2:09 left to go in the game. 5 points for Matt Simon. 4 points each for Charles Stafford and I should say Bob Hope. And then 2 points for Pet Sayavong. And what can we say, Joe? Elgin falls to 3-2, 0-2 in the Upstate 8 Conference. They're going to have to dig out of a hole. Larkin, on the other hand, they are flying. 5-1, 2-0 in the Upstate 8. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with. You should see that team's name in the polls this upcoming week.
Oh, without a doubt. You just don't come into somebody's gymnasium, especially in the Upstate 8 Conference. You just don't do it unless you have the weapons, unless you have the legs, unless you have the poise.
And especially just adding on that point, Joe, I mean, they were down by 6 points going into that fourth quarter, 51-45. And that was the typical gut check time, and they outscored Elgin in that final quarter by 9 points, picking up a 3-point victory. Just a tremendous ball game. So once again, our final, 69-66. Larkin with the upset over Elgin. In the sophomore game, it was Elgin winning that game. Also in the girls varsity game, Elgin took that one. But in the boys varsity, it was Larkin going home with a big victory. Once again, 69-66 our score. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the game itself. For Joe Snydoff and everybody else at Jones Intercable, I'm Bob Urzick saying good night.
Good night.